Let us navigate to the github.com. Here we will choose a repository or which we want to do some advanced operations. Here we could see the username of the repository. It can be an organization or user repository name. And here inside we have the code, pull request, actions, security, insights. Okay, in the code section we'll mainly focus on code at the moment. In this interface we have branches and the tags. 5 branches and 582 tags, 782 tags, and we can go for files. Then we can add or upload files here. Okay, here we could receive code via HTTPS, SSH, and GitHub CLI. And here, from here on, starts the interesting part. Here we could see the latest commit and its associated description with the author name of it. Here we have the commit address, and here we could see whether that particular commit have passed the checks. Here we could see the latest date. Most of the time this indicates the project's life, project's freshness. Whenever we see some project which was committed, which was modified the last time, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we are less likely to get that code or show some interest in it. And we do have commits. Commits are like episodes in a TV series. We can think of it like that. Every commit is a small story, and stories happen on day. For every day we have here, if we click on the commits button, we could see the commits organized by the date. November 12, 2020, then we have November 10, 2020, the same way. Okay, from here we'll go for the first one of them. Here we could copy the commit address and we could see the commit, actual commit file, this one. So the 5th batch, this is the change set, and we'll go a bit back. Here we could see the code, browse the repository at this point in this directory. We could see the hash. Previously there are only 5 branches or tags. Here we could see mass, and the same is reflected in the address bar here. Git tree and the address bar here. Good. At that point in directory, this is the importance of Git. That is, at any point in time we could see the repository state or all the file structures, how the files used to be at that particular point in time. And we could see all the files, and the same happens for every other file. Okay, this is one of them. After that we do have, let's go back here, feature 1, and feature 2 is searching this repository. Let us say checkout. There is an option git checkout. Here we have in this repository and all GitHub. We can go for in this repository. When we go for in this repository, when we search for this checkout option, we'll be finding the results in code, commits, issues, and also the languages: shell, text, C, Perl, and Python. Based on this, we could go for one of the relevant options. As mentioned, commits are like the episodes in a TV series. Issues are issues where the discussion happens. Issues are the pull requests where the authors propose the changes, and which further on gets merged into the code base as commits. Code, commits, and issues. In this code, we will be seeing individual files. We can think of them like characters. Each character, during the commit, we will be able to find a story with all the characters, with the relevant characters during that particular story. We can see the commit. Whenever we would like to make sense of the code, we need commits. Commits are the way to understand them with the context and with the purpose. And issues is where the discussions happen. If we go to the place, one of the places where this is where actually the discussion happens during the review process and the code commit process. Let's see this one. Here the author have a description of this change set they're working on, along with the number, the auto-generated number of the pull request we have. Here we have this author trying to merge a commit from that particular branch to the code main repository. And here this person explained the what this particular chain set is doing and how it intend to happen. Along with that, they have mentioned few people so that they will come and so they will be able to merge this to provide sufficient. They will be able to provide some feedback. We could see the author's discussion is going on. It's in progress, and there are some checks which are failing. And once the discussion is over, the authors intend to merge them, and they will be merged into the code base as commits. The first one, let us see the other ones. Okay, we had searched one of the issues, and after that, in this here we could see the contextual problems. And the commits are the places where we could see the stories as to what have happened in the history. In the code, we could see the individual characters. This will hide all the places where all the files which are relevant in the context of checkout keyword. Would have a lot of them, and so it would make a bit of sense to check them via these commits, because the commits tend to a bit okay. There are also more. If we could narrow down our search, we could find that sample. Yeah, we narrowed it down to 7. Or we can see it in hook. If we know the component hook, and we could see 41 commits, and then we can sort them as the recently authored or least recently authored, which means the lost ones. So something that happened in April 16, 2007,